Good morning, children. So, continuing the topic that we started in the previous class, that is the present perfect continuous tense. Today, we will do exercise B given in the book in page 32. Here, you have to fill the columns. There are 3 columns. One of present continuous tense, the second is of past continuous tense, and the third is of present perfect continuous tense. In the first column, there are some sentences written in present continuous tense. Now, you have to change these sentences into past continuous and write it in the second column. And in the third column, you have to write the same sentence in present perfect continuous tense, which we have already learned in the previous class. You will know how to change it into present perfect continuous, right? So today we will focus on past continuous tense, okay? In the second column, you have to write the sentences in past continuous. So to change or to write a sentence in past continuous, you have to note few things. Like for example, the use of the helping verb. You have to make changes in the use of the helping verb while writing a sentence in present or past. So when we talk about present situation, we use the helping verb is or am for the singular noun or pronoun. So if the sentence is in present tense, we use the helping verb is or am if the noun or pronoun is singular. Okay? And when we talk about a past situation, we use the helping verb was for singular noun or pronoun. For example, look at here. She is dancing. You can see we have used is as a helping verb. So here we understand that the action is happening right now at the present moment. And here the pronoun is singular, she. She refers to one person. So here you see pronoun is singular, and when we use is, it means we are talking about present situation. Now if we have to change this sentence, which is in present continuous, into past continuous, we just have to change the helping verb. So in place of is, we will write was, because was is a helping verb used with singular noun or pronoun. So we will write she was dancing. That means she is not dancing now. She was dancing. That is in the past continuous. Now I told you in the previous class, when the verb is in the ing form, it denotes continuous motion. Since we have to change in past continuous, so we will write she was dancing. Both these sentences are in singular form because the helping verb is and was are used here with the singular pronoun she. I hope it's clear till here. Alright. Now when we talk about present situation where the noun or pronoun is plural, we use the helping verb are. For example, they are dancing. Now here they refers to more than one person. It could be 2, 3, 4 people. So we use the helping verb are. They are dancing. It means they are dancing now and it's continuous. They are still dancing. They have not stopped. Okay? Now when we talk about the past action, where the noun or pronoun is plural, we use the helping verb were. Where is the helping verb used with plural noun or pronoun. So, if we have to change the sentence they are dancing into past continuous, we would write they were dancing. Here we have just changed the helping verb. Are is used in present continuous tense, whereas were is used in past continuous tense. So it would be they were dancing. Okay. Now let's try to understand better with the help of some more examples. So here you have 3 columns with present continuous, past continuous and present perfect continuous. The first column is of present continuous where you have the sentence he is reading. Here you see the helping verb is used because the pronoun is singular here. So now if we have to change it into past continuous, we would write was in place of is. That's the only change you have to make, okay? So we would write he was reading. Now you all already know how to change it into present perfect continuous, right? We would write he has been reading. Why has? Because the pronoun here is singular. So in these 3 sentences, what we understand is the first sentence, he is reading. It means he is reading right now and is continuously reading. He has not stopped reading. He is reading at the present. Okay. The second sentence, he was reading, tells us that he was reading in the past. He is not reading now. He was reading. Okay. And the third sentence, he has been reading, tells us he has started reading in the past and he is still reading. He has not stopped reading. He has started reading in the past, sometimes back, and he is continuously reading up to now. Clear? Now let's see how we can change sentences with plural pronoun. We are cooking. Now here you see we is plural. It's a plural pronoun, right? We refers to more than one person. So we have used here are. We are cooking. Now when we change this sentence into past continuous, we will write we were cooking. Were is used for plural pronoun. Okay? And for the present perfect continuous, we have to write we have been cooking. Have is used for plural pronoun. So in the first sentence, what we understand that we are cooking. That means we are cooking at the present. We are still cooking. We were cooking. It means we were cooking in the past. We are not cooking now. We were cooking. And the third, we have been cooking. It means we have already started cooking in the past, sometimes back, and we are still cooking. We have not stopped cooking. So that's the difference between these 3 tenses. Okay? And here you notice all the verbs are in ing form because it is continuous tense. Okay? As simple as it is. Hope you all have understood. Now try doing the exercises in your exercise book from number 1 to 10. 1 has already been done for you. You can refer to it as an example. Okay? Try doing it. If you're still not clear, you can ask me for the help. Okay? Alright. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.